same way with Pony Pride, who were starting quarterback Garrett Gilbert. And Garrett, this is only the second week you started practice, coming off of a victory. Does it feel a little bit better this week at practice, knowing that?
It's just a little bit easier to kind of get yourself going. Obviously on Tuesday morning, no matter the case, you got to put whatever happened on Saturday out of your head and move on to the next opponent. And that's a little bit easier after a victory. So you kind of just get out there already in a good mood and ready to work.
It seemed like the offense did a couple things better in this game against UTEP. They converted on third downs. You got the passing game going a little bit, especially on those underneath routes. Do you think that y'all were able to build some confidence at UTEP?
Absolutely. I think, like I've said, the past couple of weeks we've had really good weeks of practice, and that's big. When you can have good weeks of practice, you give yourself a chance to play well. And we did a good job of translating that stuff into success in the game. And obviously, we still have some stuff we can improve on, which is a good thing. You always never want to feel like you're there. You always want to have some stuff to work on, and we know that, and we understand that as an offense, and we're going to keep on moving forward every day.
It seems like third downs were a big problem on this team, and then this past game, you overcame it in a big way, converted a lot of them. What was the difference? Was it just the focus? Was it something else?
Absolutely. I think in the Baylor game, if I'm not mistaken, we converted like 60% of them.
Yeah.
And then kind of saw a drop off for 3 games there. So, whatever it may be, is it's just that attitude, that willpower of wanting to stay on the field worse than the defense wants to get off the field, or just in terms of me just making that right decision and understanding. Sometimes we did do a good job of converting. Sometimes it wasn't because the pass was past the chains. Sometimes the pass was underneath the chains, and Jeremy or Darius were making a play with the ball once they got it and getting us the first down. So sometimes it's just about making the right, smart decision rather than trying to force it down the field a little bit farther.
It seems like the next big hurdle for this offense then is putting the ball in the end zone and scoring some points. I mean, what do you think needs to happen on that aspect?
We would, we'd love not to leave it up to our kicker. Obviously, we trust Chase, and we understand that he's going to get some points for us and make some big kicks. But we want to get in there and get the 6 points ourselves. And that just comes down to execution in the red zone and understanding and refocusing once you get down there in the red zone. You put in a lot of work to get down there that far, and you want to finish the drive. And so that's something that's been a focus for us this week in practice. It will continue to be a focus for us going forward.
Watching that game against UTEP, it seemed like you were a little bit more comfortable in the pocket this week than you've been all season. I mean, is that fair to say?
Absolutely. I think that comfort level will continue to grow. I did feel more comfortable. I felt like our line was doing a great job against their pass rush. We were well prepared for what they did up front, so that will continue to grow and improve each week.
This week you have to try to build on that, win 2 in a row, now start stringing some wins together. What's this team have to do in order to do that, you think, to win a couple games in a row and string them together?
We have to execute our plan. We can't get ahead of ourselves. It's one game at a time. We're 1-0 in conference right now, and our goal is to be 2-0 after Saturday. So it's as simple as that. Obviously, we're facing a Tulane team that hasn't necessarily had very much success on the scoreboard this year, but they're going to be a team that is athletic and hungry, and just like us. So we're going to go out and we expect a very tough test from them.
Do you feel like someone hit the reset button on this season? Because you started it was a tough start against a lot of good teams, and then now you're 1-0 in conference, and you're at the top of the conference, all that.
Well, that's just kind of the way it is. We knew we had a tough slate going into the season. Obviously, that doesn't mean we didn't expect to win all of them. But after the TCU game, it was a reset. It's you start over, and each and every week really is a reset. You just want to go 1-0 each week. And that's the goal to start the season. It's important to take each week of the season one game at a time.
You mentioned that Tulane hasn't had success on the scoreboard, but what have you seen from them on the field that you have to go against?
Well, defensively they're athletic. They do a good job up front. They've got some great some very good defensive linemen. And they're able to disguise some coverages a little bit, which is good for them, and it gives offenses a little bit, it can give offenses some trouble if you don't communicate to one another and we're not talking out there. And then their secondary is athletic. They have some younger guys playing out there, but they're very athletic, and so we just have to be smart with them and understand that they can make some plays. So we're ready for a challenge, and we understand that we're going to have a tough test going there and playing them at their place.
You know, do you have to worry about a letdown with this team? Do you guard against that as one of the leaders, getting guys pumped up, even though Tulane hasn't had success?
I don't believe so. You know, I don't see us having a letdown. You know, I think Tulane's going to be an opponent that we need to be ready for, and I think we understand that.
Have you ever played in the Superdome and in like an indoor setting like that?
I have not. I played in the Alamo Dome and Cowboy Stadium one time each, or a few times in the Alamo Dome and Cowboy Stadium once. So this will be a new experience for me, and I'm really excited about it.
I mean, is it easier for a quarterback playing indoors? You don't have to worry about weather at all?
I don't necessarily know about that. You know, people say that, but I don't know. Obviously, you know, Drew Brees set the record for most yards in the season last year, playing I think 11 games inside. So, you know, definitely, I guess there's maybe an argument for that, but I'm just looking forward to going out there and playing in a cool setting in the Superdome.
I mean, I know you say that you watch all those top NFL guys every Sunday. Try to get some tips from them. Are you going to be doing your Drew Brees impression on Saturday? Anything like that?
I hope so. If I can make it anything like that, I think we'll have some success.
All right.